Police in Somalia say at least 10 people have been killed in a suicide attack in the central town of Beledweyne. The Islamist group Al-Shabaab said it targeted a restaurant popular with politicians. Residents said the place was packed and that one of those killed was a candidate in parliamentary elections. A Pakistani man jailed for killing his sister, whose career as a social media celebrity he believed dishonoured the family, has been set free. Mohammed Wasim walked out of prison after serving less than 60 years of his life term. This follows his acquittal earlier this week. China says a top UN human rights official can visit its province of Xinjiang. It is alleged hundreds of thousands of Uyghur Muslims are living there under detention, but the Chinese Foreign Ministry says it would not welcome an investigation. Rescue teams have continued to work in the Brazilian city of Petrópolis, which was devastated by flash floods and mudslides on Tuesday. 146 people are now known to have died and almost 200 have been reported as missing. The emergency services were forced to suspend their work several times during the day because of torrential rain. Police in the Canadian capital, Ottawa, have used stun grenades as they continue to remove protesters near the federal Parliament building. Officers said they had been met with aggression by those who remain. For their part, protesters who object to COVID mandates claim the police have been heavy-handed. Dozens of arrests have been made.
Ethiopia is set to generate the first electricity from its controversial dam on the River Nile this weekend. The $4 billion project is Africa's biggest hydroelectric scheme. It's designed to double Ethiopia's electricity capacity and transform its economy. But the project's caused friction with downstream neighbours as water's diverted from the Nile before it reaches Sudan and Egypt. Now, soldiers from the Mexican army have seized 3 tons of cocaine after a high-speed chase at sea. The incident happened around 70 nautical miles from the resort city of Cabo San Lucas. 3 people were arrested, as the BBC's Tim Allman explains.
Mexico's war on drugs takes place on land, on sea and in the air. A military helicopter pursues a small boat racing across the waves of the Pacific Ocean. As the chopper gets closer, what looks like a tarpaulin is blown into the sea. Whatever was in these containers, the crew tried to dispose of it. 3 men were taken into custody and now face charges linked to drug smuggling. Incidents like this are not that unusual. Mexican cartels ferrying cocaine and heroin day and night. The military enjoys some success, occasionally intercepting these small crafts. But how many do they miss?
Search is continuing for 12 people missing after a ferry burst into flames near the Greek island of Corfu. They are all thought to be lorry drivers from Bulgaria, Greece, Turkey and Lithuania. 280 passengers and crew were evacuated from the Euro ferry Olympia after a blaze broke out on Friday. To American football now, and the Pittsburgh Steelers have hired the former Miami Dolphins head coach Brian Flores for a senior role. Earlier this month, Mr. Flores fired a class action lawsuit against the NFL and 3 teams alleging racial discrimination in hiring practices.